So today we're going to be looking at some knots. So first up, we're going to do a figure of 8, which is used as kind of a stopper knot. If say this rope was in a pulley and we had a figure of 8 here and it starts slipping, then the figure 8 would stop it there so it wouldn't slip anymore. So that's the point of it. So what we're going to do is you just need one rope for this. We're going to make a man's head. The rhyme for this is you make a man's head like that, so just a circle here, and then we're going to choke him, so bring it around, and then using this point you go and poke him in the eye. So you push through here and then pull tight. So make a man's head, choke him, and poke him in the eye. It is slightly violent, but sure, it works. So you see the way this looks like a figure of 8, and that will stop anything. So if there's some sort of pulley here and it goes through, it's going to stop there. So it is going to get caught, so it can't go any further. Okay, next up we have a bowline. So bowline are very useful knots. Probably one of the most useful knots. They're used by mountain climbers and boaters, and they're used for a loop at the end of the line. So now it is a bit trickier, but you only need one rope. The rhyme for this is the rabbit goes out of the hole, around the tree, and back into the hole. So you have long length coming in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold, we're going to have the end on top of this, and this section here is going to form the hole. So it's going to come from beneath the hole. So if I just hold this hole up, it's going to come beneath, it's going to go around the tree and back into the hole. And then you just pull this, and with your other hand you pull, and now we have a bowline. So this is the hole here. So I'll run through that again. We're going to make our hole. So the loose end is on top, and this part's going to be the rabbit. So the rabbit comes out of the hole, so from the bottom, comes up, around the tree. The main part is the tree, so it's going to go around the tree, and then it's going to go back into the hole. Just like that. And this section here is going to be the loop, and we're just going to pull this part tight. So I'm just pulling that tight, and pull everything tight, and now we have our bowline. It's a very useful knot. Next up we have clove hitch. And pole's a little bit wobbly, but it'll stay. So the clove hitch is used for securing the rope to some sort of anchor or something, like this pole. When I say anchor, I mean just like a thing that will stay. Okay, so first of all, we're going to go over and pull a decent bit through. So pull, going over, and then we go back the other way. It's going to form a cross on top. So I'm going to pull this one through. And try and keep the cross facing you. And then, so this one's on top and this one's on the bottom. So we're going to back through underneath here, so that this one and this one here are going to be parallel. Just going to lift this one up and pull this one through and pull tight. And that's our clove hitch. Notice the way these two are parallel and this one's on top. So the round turn 2 half hitches knot is a very good knot as well. It secures the rope to a fixed object, which of course is very useful if you want to keep the rope stationary. It's broken into 3 parts, so the round turn and then 2 half hitches. So to start with, the round turn, we go over, we're going to bring it around, and we go over again, bring it around. So that's our round turn, just all we're doing is that, just wrapping it around, and give ourselves a bit more slack. 2 half hitches, so we take the end of our rope, and we're going to go over our base rope and underneath, just like this. We're going to pull tight. And then we're going to take the same rope. We're going to go over the base rope and underneath, so the exact same what we're doing. So that's our second half hitch, and we're going to pull that tight as well. And that's a round turn 2 half hitches knot. So that's going to hold the rope quite strongly. So I'll go over that again. So the round turn 2 half hitches. So we get our rope. Round turn is we wrap it over and wrap it again. We'll give ourselves some slack for the 2 half hitches. Okay, with our loose end, we're going over the base rope. And we're gonna, which is 1 half hitch, we're gonna pull that tight. And again, we're gonna go over and back through. Back through just like that. And pull tight. So, round turn, 2 half hitches. The reef knot joins 2 ropes together. It's a reef knot. So right over left and then under, and then left over right and under. So we have our right, we have our left at the start, and once they cross over, they're going to switch. So we're going to go right, this one, over left. So right over left and under. So we're just going to bring this down and under. And we're going to pull, give ourselves some slack. And then left over right. So left over right and then under. So left over right and then under. I'm just going to pull. And there we have it. So that's what the reef knot looks like. And lastly, we have our sheep bend. So what our sheep bend does is it joins 2 ropes together that are unequal in diameter. So you see the way this blue rope is a lot bigger than the red rope here. You could use a reef knot for this, but sheep bend is just, it's easier and it's more secure. What we're going to do is we're going to get our bigger one in a loop. Just going to bring this back. So we just have this in a lovely loop here. We go through the hole. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pull through and then go around both these ends. So around that loop. And then we're going to pull and back under the red rope, but above the blue rope, like that. So over the 2 blue ropes and then under the red rope, like that. And we're going to pull. We're going to pull. And that's our sheep bend done. So there we go. That's our 6 knots. Hope you enjoyed, and yeah.